Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Markets to Watch from Smack the Markets for week commencing the 28th of October. So this week we start off with a fairly light news schedule on the fundamental calendar, but quite a heavy focus as usual, again, on the EU and UK Brexit negotiations. I think it's going to be likely to be quite a focus on the Brexit situation going through this week. So let's take a look at a few markets here that we're keeping a close eye on in the trading room for opportunities at the beginning of this week. Now, if we come and take a look at the Dow first of all, this is the Dow futures contract. We can see that the market's had a fairly good run of late. It's been quite tough for this market. It's been quite volatile, but we are seeing some fairly good advancement here. And price at the moment is above the key 26,800 level that it's been so significant on this market, going back through a number of time frames here, and we see that price is just above that level here. On top of that, we've got some very decisive higher lows forming in this market as the upward momentum continues. Now, as long as these higher lows are staying intact, I still have a sort of a bias to the long side here, even if we do have some sort of protracted retracements here. So at the moment, the path of least resistance certainly looks to be more towards the long side. And if we come and take a look at this on a slightly lower time frame, we can see that the market is flirting here with this key 27,000 level, nicely above 26,800. So every step of the way, there are decision points for this market to get through and to move on to the next trading window. At the moment, it looks like 27,000 is almost certainly going to be retested again at some point early week. We could then be making a decision here as to whether the market advances on to retest these old recent highs up here at around 27, sort of 335, 350-ish. So if we come and take a look at this on the sort of 4-hour time frame, you can see here on the 4-hour that the structure of price action here is more of a significant to me. We've got this sort of consolidation here underneath price, now the breakout. So it's looking like prices from an intraday perspective is looking a little bit extended. So 27,000 is likely to be a fair sort of decision point for this market. Above there we've got 2780, and above there we've got up towards those highs that we were looking at. So we've got some very well defined structure points for the market to break through, to move higher. Underneath price, I think, again, that 26,800 is that sort of like key level there, 26,700 and 26,500. So my preference here is to be looking for the long opportunities on the long side, preferably above 27,000, and looking at trading opportunities in between these windows here, trading windows up towards the sort of those recent highs. Now, if we come and take a look at the precious metals have advanced sort of quite nicely over last week. Again, not necessarily been the sort of easiest of trends and price action. Platinum did play out. Platinum, we were looking at last week for this market to be moving above the 900 level here. We're looking at opportunities up here towards sort of 930. In fact, the market broke out and moved sort of very, very swiftly, not presenting too many opportunities to be able to take advantage of that. But up here, once the market started to pause up here around that 930, that's where we managed to sort of capture some of the action in the trading room. Now, price at the moment here is sitting around that sort of key 930 level. Above this level, well, there still seems to be sort of plenty of potential opportunity to the long side. So what we're looking at here is if we come down to the sort of mid time frames here, you can see on the sort of 4-hour time frame, we've got that sort of 930 sort of area in here, just above there around 942, where there's been previous support and resistance again, and then above there, well, there's sort of plenty of room up there too. So the market's back into the sort of fair value zone here on the 4-hour time frame. Again, we're just looking for opportunities on the long side here for platinum. And again, with all sort of precious metals, we're keeping a close eye on all of these at the moment because gold is looking rather similar as well. And you can see that pulling back into the moving averages here on the 4-hour and the 8-hour time frames, and also sort of silver is looking very similar as well, as you can see here. So they're all likely to sort of follow suit in a similar sort of direction. So we're keeping an eye out on all of these for long precious metal opportunities. Now, if we come to Forex markets and take a look at some currencies here, one of the ones that is quite interesting to me this week is Aussie against the Swissy. Now, if we take a look at this on the sort of weekly chart, you can see that the market started to turn around here. We've got a sort of a higher low formed here in the markets, and the market sort of pushing up above this sort of level where we found sort of key support and resistance before. So there's certainly been some evidence of strength in here. The Aussie has been quite a strong market of recently. The Swissy has been sort of quite weak, and that's sort of certainly been helpful, helping this market move higher. As we can see that there is a fairly sort of decent sized sort of trading window up here to around that sort of like 69, just underneath that sort of 69 level. I mean, even if we started to sort of like maybe consider something around here, that still gives us plenty of distance for intraday opportunities. And you can see there's been a bit of a flat level forming here in price action here on the daily. So otherwise on the daily, this recent trend here looking quite good quality. You know, we've got higher highs, higher lows, we've got convergence on our indicators, we've got moving average geometry as well. So we're looking at opportunities here if the market sort of breaks above this level, and you can see it a bit more decisively here on the 4-hour time frame. So this is just underneath that sort of 68 number. So just sort of conscious of that as well. So again, what we're looking for is some sort of maybe opportunity here, some sort of trend starting to form above the high of this sort of breakout level. And that gives us a sort of potential sort of trading window to the long side, possibly up there towards that sort of 69 sort of price point. So there's a few opportunities that we're keeping a close eye on in the trading room at the beginning of this week. I certainly hope it helps and look forward to speaking to you next time. Bye for now.